We've got a little over a month left in the year. That means you still have time to choose yourself, time to focus, time to lock in. Here's what I've realized. Locking in isn't just a season thing. It's not about the last 90 days or the final stretch of the year. It's about building a mindset you can live by. Because truthfully, I didn't lock in the way I planned to. I had goals, I had structure, but life, it happened. Distractions, energy dips, you name it. And for a while, I felt like I missed my shot to lock in for the year. But then I realized something. You can't miss your moment if you decide to create one. What I did stay consistent with was the gym. And that one habit taught me everything about discipline. It reminded me that progress isn't about doing everything at once. It's about choosing one thing and showing up for it until it becomes who you are. That's the real lock-in. Not perfection, not a checklist, just commitment, one action at a time. So let's talk about that for a second. What it really means to lock in for life. Locking in for life means choosing clarity over chaos. It's asking what actually matters to me right now. Not what looks good online, not what sounds productive, but what brings you peace, what grounds you, what grows you. It's consistency, even when motivation fades. Because motivation, that's temporary. But habits, habits shape your future. And discipline, that's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you decide to lock in, even in the small things, you're training your mind to trust yourself again. And that's where momentum starts. And just to clear things up, momentum does not mean speed. It means direction. You can be moving fast in circles and still not go anywhere. So, locking in for life is about slowing down just enough to ask, am I moving with purpose? Or am I just moving to keep up? For me, I had to strip things back. I used to think locking in meant doing everything. Perfect routines, meal prep, journaling, early mornings, 2 workouts, flawless productivity. But trying to do it all was the exact thing that made me lose focus. I burned out. I fell off. Even my first attempt at the 75 hard challenge taught me discipline isn't about doing it all. It's about doing what matters most consistently. So, this time, my lock-in looks a bit different. It's not loud, and it's definitely not aesthetic. It's honest. I'm focusing on a few key areas that actually make me feel grounded. My physical health, because moving my body keeps me present. My mindset, because the way I talk to myself, that matters more than any goal I write down. And my environment, because your space reflects your state. If it's cluttered, your mind's probably cluttered too. If you're watching this thinking, I haven't locked in either. Let me tell you something. It's not too late. The idea that you have to wait for January to start fresh, well, that's a lie we've all believed at some point. You don't need a date on a calendar to decide to change. You just need a decision. So maybe your lock-in starts today. Maybe it starts with drinking more water, keeping your promises to yourself, and saying no to what drains you. Maybe it's going back to the gym. Or maybe it's sitting still long enough to figure out what you even want next year to look like. But the key thing here is to just start. Because the lock-in isn't about the year ending. It's about you beginning. We're not preparing to end the year anymore. We're preparing to evolve. The lock-in for life is about being intentional long after the trend dies down. It's about protecting your peace, your energy, your purpose, and knowing that progress doesn't expire. So, if you're ready to lock in with me, not for 30 days, not for 90, but for you, yes, you, this is your reminder that it's not too late, that you didn't fall behind. You just got rerouted. Sometimes that's exactly what's needed. This chapter isn't about rushing to catch up. It's about slowing down to align. So, let's make this last stretch count. Not because it's the end of the year, but because you're finally ready to make it the beginning of your next level.